Hello, I'm Neray from Lucille Golden Vintage, and today I'm going to share with you two rare vintage Chanel bags, one real and one fake. So the first one we're going to start with is this little number here. Isn't she a beauty? Yes. So let me give you a little backstory on how I found this bag. I found this bag at a church sale. And if you've ever been to a church sale, then you know how aggressive it can be shopping and sale. So I was like one of the first people through the doors, and I ran over to a table. It was a cash and carry table, and what that means is you have to purchase it right away. They don't allow you to carry it, fill up your bag and hold it without purchasing it. So I had to purchase it right away. And the first thing I saw was, of course, the CC. And then I saw the tassel and the chain strap. And I just was like, well, let me just get it. And I just bought it right away so I could get to the rest of the sale. So it wasn't until I got home that I got a chance to open it up and look inside. So I was definitely taking a risk there just by not looking at the bag. So the first thing I see when I open up the bag is this. And I was like, oh, man, it's such an obvious fake, right? Look at the inside. Like, that lining is definitely not something that you will find on an authentic Chanel bag. It does have this little label here. And it says Chanel made in, let me see if I can. Chanel made in Paris. Okay? So, that was the first thing I noticed about the bag. And quite frankly, to me, it's a cute bag. It looks great. I tried to do a Google search on like just this type of bag in general, and nothing came up at all. So I didn't find anything remotely close to this style bag. So that's another thing that makes it rare and drives the value of this bag. As you can see, the turn lock and the CC, the hardware on here is pretty much in excellent condition. It's not a lot of scratches. It has a trademark. But you do see a little tarnishing or discoloring on the turn lock itself. But the CC, there's no coloring, discoloring, or anything like that. Also, the grommets. You see the grommets? They say Chanel Paris. And they're actually in great condition. Like, they're not, you can't see, but they're placed, pretty good, I would say. And then, of course, the chain strap. It feels a little lighter than a traditional Chanel bag with a chain strap. It's not as heavy. So that's another telltale sign. And the strap on the hardware has a little bit of tarnishing, but not a whole lot. Now also, you can see the tassel was replaced. The little D-ring here was replaced, and they didn't do a great job replacing it. It's like they just found a ring and threw it on there, because it's not even matching the colors. Like, they never really attempted to match the color. However, the tassel is definitely very 80s. You can see, and it has the CC logo on it as well. And the straps are real leather. So the bag is definitely a real leather bag. And I would say it's in great condition considering the age that it has to be. Yeah, so overall, I really wasn't that disappointed that it's being a fake, because it is such a classic. It's a classic silhouette, so you can have this bag forever, even with it being a fake. Also on the inside here, just for those of you who don't know, Chanel bags, or most luxury handbags, would always use a flat head screw. So this screw right here is a telltale sign that the bag is not authentic. But I think overall, for early fake, they definitely did a great job, even with the hardware. It's just that lining was terrible. Like, the lining is so suspect. And then the inside, it just looks cheap. It looks like it's a polyurethane or something. Overall, the bag is in great condition. It's soft. It's still very buttery soft. It's not a lot of wear on the outside. Here, though, there is a little, where'd the little spot go? Here. So it looks like it was like a pinhole or something. And it's a bag that I think that I'll just hold on to. I'm not going to list it on my website. I'll just hold on to it for a few years at the very least. Now the next bag, it's another rare Chanel bag. This bag is circa 1984, between 84 and 86. I was able to date that because, here it is, I was able to date that because of the numbers on the inside. And actually, honestly, it was, I took the bag to the Manhattan Vintage Show, and I showed it to a lovely vendor. She opened it up. She specializes in Chanel handbags. She opened it up. There you go, gorgeous. She opened it up, and she opened up the zipper, and then she found this. Now, this was something that when I found the bag, I did not come across, and that's a serial number. If you notice here, this serial number is only 6 digits long. Today's contemporary Chanel bags have, I think, 8 or 9 numbers, something like that. And I said, how did you know so fast that it's authentic? And she said, because it only has 6 digits. And she was able to date it because 6 digits numbers started in roughly between 1984 and 86. Chanel did not start assigning the bags serial numbers until that time. And that was after Karl Lagerfeld, after they realized that there was a problem with knockoffs. So this had to predate this bag, right? I'm thinking this bag is a little bit older than this bag. The Chanel, the turn lock wasn't invented until Karl Lagerfeld took the helm of Chanel. So that will place this bag in the mid-80s. This bag, I would say, it actually might be a little older because it doesn't have a bold Chanel logo here. So definitely 84, 86, we know that. So I don't know if it was before the first double C on the front of the bag with the hardware. I'm not sure if it's before or after. And this bag also came with a Camilla Rose, and it was actually covering up the Chanel. And during recording, this fell off. So let me tell you the story about when I found this bag. It was one of my little vendors. Shout out to Bushwick. And I saw the bag, and immediately something struck me. I said, that's a nice bag. I had no idea that it was Chanel. Like I said, the flower was covering up the C. And I immediately asked the guy, it was in a case. So I said, can I see that bag? Showed me, took it out, pulled it out. And meanwhile, I asked him to see another bag that was on a wall. So as he was turning around and grabbing me the other bag, I opened up the bag and I saw this. So when I saw that and he turned around to hand me the other bag, I had to, collect myself. And I'm like, so how much is this bag? Guys, $5 for this beauty. It's a rare beauty, for one, because you don't find this pale blue that often. Also, a bag that has a leather Camilla flower is also another rarity. Another thing that's missing is the traditional chain straps. And it's knotted chain straps. So I feel like this bag was definitely a very early addition. If you go online and look for the Chanel serial numbers, and it says that most of the serial numbers, the early numbers start with either a 1 or 2. So this definitely met that criteria. On the inside of this bag is also lamb's leather, gorgeous, with a satin pocket. And it does have an opti zipper, which is another tell sign of the bag being authentic. And this bag, this one here, was made in Italy. And it has very little wear. It's more surface as far as like light staining, discoloration. And I can imagine just over the years, the bag is, it's a pale blue, so rubbing up against anything. Let me open that and let you guys see through that. Now, this bag is available on my website. Don't be mad at the price, but it's a gorgeous bag, and it's a rare Chanel bag. So, with that being said, it's a pretty penny. And I figure, you know, whoever buys this bag, they're going to be a collector. It's not going to be someone's first bag. Somebody, you know, this bag, I'm pretty sure if I had them side by side, the average person will pick this bag. Meanwhile, a collector, a seasoned Chanel carrier will go for this bag because it is unique. It's probably not very many of these in existence. I did a Google search and I could not find anything. So it could have been like a runway special, or who knows. I got it from I didn't get it from the east side. So yeah. Alright, so thanks for checking out my video, and I will be posting another video soon. If you like this video, please leave a like and check out my shop at LucilleGoldenVintage.com. And if you have any questions, or if you know anything about either of these bags, please feel free to leave a message in the comments, because I'm definitely looking forward to learning more about these bags. Thank you. Have a great day.